everyone. Welcome to Mr. B's Carnival. Now today we're going to be playing a game called Carnival Throw. My students know this game pretty well because this is something we often do at the start of the overhand throw unit. And that's the skill we'll be working on today. Now I call it the Carnival Throw because if you've ever been to a carnival or a fair, chances are you've seen the game that we're going to play today. So let's talk about how to set it up, then we'll talk about how to throw. Alright, now at a carnival or a fair, there's lots of places where you can win stuffed animals, and that tends to be one of my favorite places because I love winning stuff. Doesn't matter what it is, I just want to win. So the game you'll see there often has 3 cones or 3 pins. Now you don't all have cones like I do on top of my TV tray there, and you're going to want to put these on a table. I put 3 red cones. That's what I'm going to be using. But if you don't have those, I put a bunch of other stuff over there that you could also use. Now I like things that stack because at the carnival, they stack them. So here's some orange juice bottles and a coffee creamer bottle. So they don't have to match. Here's some toilet paper rolls and a paper towel roll, or the opposite actually. Here's some muscle milk bottles, cones, red cups. Now if you have something like water bottles, they may not stack, which isn't as fun for me, but sometimes we have to do this outside when the wind's blowing hard anyway. So if you just have 3 water bottles, you can set them up kind of like we did in 3-pin bowling, just like that. Now on top here, also, because they don't have to be bottles, these are Kleenex boxes, so you can use those. Now again, I put them on top of the TV tray, and to make sure they don't fall over, I use big cases of water on each side so that the table won't fall over in case we hit the table. Because sometimes that happens. Now, once you have your table set up, here's how I set it up. I go 5 big steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here I'm going to put a spot marker down to show me where my starting line is or where I'm going to throw from. Now if you don't have a spot marker, just like we've talked about in the past, use a substitute. Piece of paper, piece of cardboard, tape it to the floor, and you're good to go there. All right, now we're going to overhand throw. We're going to need some balls. So over here, we have some different types of balls that would be safe to use inside. Now you could also play this game outside, and you may want to. It's nice to get outside because we've been cooped up for so long, but today it's really, really hot. I don't want to go outside today. So I'm going to be using some balls inside. These are like little stuffed animals. They're soft and squishy, and when I miss, because I'm going to miss sometimes, I'll just hit the door, so they're not going to hurt anything. So these would be safe to use inside the house. If you are playing inside, make sure you check with your parents, though, to find a safe area where they feel it's safe. And again, using something like a doorway like I did, probably a good choice. There's nothing there's going to break. Now this is a dodgeball I found at Walmart for $5, I believe. This is a little big, so if you have something that's this big, it's going to make the game easier. But if you want a challenge, pick something a little smaller. This, I would say, would probably be a little hard to use inside, though. I'm not going to use that one. This one's full of air. And then, of course, we always have the softball. I've showed you how to make this several times. If you forgot, roll up the part that's closed. Then once you get to the end, open it up and shove the socks inside, and now you have a ball. All right, so those are the materials you need and how to set it up. I'm going to move the camera a little bit now so we can show you about the overhand throw. All right, everybody. Now that we have our game all set up, let's talk about the overhand throw. This is an extremely important skill that we need in many games, and if you want to learn some stuffed animals at the carnival. So far in this class, we've been talking a lot about the underhand throw movement pattern or a bowl, which are very similar. Now, the main difference between the underhand and the overhand is our orientation to start. It's very important to understand orientation. Orientation just means what way we're facing, how we're standing. In an underhand throw, where you are my target, I'm facing you. In an overhand throw, we need more power. So we're going to change our orientation to a side orientation. Now I'm using my spot here, and I'm putting my back foot on the spot. Okay, so my back foot is on the spot. I have a side orientation. Now I would want to look at my target still. Again, you're my target. So get ready to catch. Get your hands ready. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is point. Now here's another mistake I see with students. Some students think pointing is about showing where they're going to throw the ball. There you are. I'm going to throw it right there. That's not what the point is about. A point, we just put our hand out there, and it's really just about balance. Think about the balance being challenged, how our arms extended from our body. All extending your arms does is give you a little more balance, and we want to be balanced when we're throwing. Because we're using so much power, it's easy to get off balance. So side orientation, then point. Again, just put your hand out there. Then I'm going to turn sideways so you can see here, or facing you, so you can see what I'm doing with my hand. The other thing I tell students is answer the phone. So you're going to bring the ball up to here. Now, usually you'd be thinking, Mr. B, how can you hear somebody on the phone? It should be against your ear. Pretend the person is really, really loud. Oh, this is how I hold the phone when I speak to my mother-in-law. She's really loud. So you want to hold it back a little bit. Okay, so this is what our starting position would look like. So side orientation, point, answer the phone. Then all we're going to do from here is step with your opposite foot. We're using our dominant hand to throw, so your opposite foot is going to come towards your target as you're stepping, and then you're going to release the ball, throw. All right, so I'm going to let a few go here now. Side orientation, answer the phone. They're loud. Point, step, throw. Let's do a couple more. Side orientation, answer the phone. Point, step, throw. Dominant hand, side orientation, answer the phone. Point, step, throw. Ooh, get the ladder of that one. Here we go again. Side orientation, answer the phone. Point, step, throw. Woo, some of these are bouncing off the door there. Side orientation, answer the phone. Point, step, throw. Now notice how I'm putting all those steps together. Often when students practice this, they go a little slow. They do this. Point, step, throw. It all has to be together because remember the point of the overhand throw is to produce power. You're going to use this throw if you want to throw a ball really far. A football quarterback would look something like this. They would get the ball, they would turn to the side, then point, step, throw, all at once. A baseball player, going to get the ball, come up real quick and fire, point, step, throw. That's what we want to do here. Okay, so I'm going to move the camera so you can see me take a few shots at our pins over there. Let's get started with the carnival throw. All right, everybody, we're all set. Game's all set up. We know how to throw, so now it's time to practice. And you can play this in a couple different ways. If you have a lot of different balls like I do, you can see how many balls does it take me to knock all 3 pins over. At school, we usually just give our students one throw to try and knock them over, and then we would set them up and start again. Now, usually to win the prize at the carnival, you're going to have to knock all the pins over with one ball. Okay, so here we go. Side orientation, answer the phone, look at your target, point, step, throw. I win! I'm going to do a couple more, so just set them up real quick. Get your ball, and you can start again. All right, so I'm just going to show you one more. I think you get the point. I already won the prize. Okay, this is a chance for you to practice. So have some fun. Challenge your brother or your sister. Challenge mom or dad. See who can knock the most pins down. Keep practicing. Get better at your throwing. All right, last one. Side orientation. Answer the phone. Point, step, throw. Got it again. Yes. All right, everybody. I'm going to go give my stuffed animals to Mrs. B. I'll see you in the next section.